Okay, welcome back everyone to the Babbling Bozos show. It's not a podcast anymore because we were failures at that. Me today, I have my friend John here. Nav was a failure. Zach still hasn't come back. So we have John instead. We're going to talk about an array of things. But first, we have our picks per usual.
Yes.
John, what do you say?
What do I say about
What do you say? What do you got to say? You got anything? Any?
I mean, I have a degree in journalism, so I hope I can do pretty well in this. I do this I talk about sports now for a living. So, do you want me to go first, or do you want?
I'll just say what the matchup is. You get to pick. You get to say who you pick first.
Okay.
Thursday Night Football, Colts, Broncos. Who you got, John?
When we get to power rankings, I won the loser of this really low, and I think the Denver Broncos at home will come away with the win somehow. They'll, get to 3-2. They're not going to win decisively because the Colts can keep any game close, but they're better than what I've seen from the Colts, and I think they're I know they just lost. Talking about the Broncos, but they're kind of finding their groove a little bit, so I'm going to go with Denver.
JT's not going to play, right? Because he's got a high.
I'm pretty. The fantasy hasn't projected 0, so
I think he's not playing. Honestly, that makes me. I picked the Broncos, and I do think they're going to win, but I think that the Colts may look better without JT.
Javonte, you can just only think about Melvin now. I mean.
I didn't even realize. Yeah, both teams aren't going to have their starting back.
Yeah.
But I think the Colts could be better without JT because they're going to be less. It's like whenever the Titans didn't have Henry, they were just less reliant on one player.
You don't know who's the backup for the Colts.
It's 99.
Right. So
we all know who the backup for the Colts is. Come on now.
I know. I was thinking it was Tyson Williams.
Other teams, you're right. Who's the backup? But the Colts, everyone knows the backup at this point. He's the receiving back.
Yeah, I mean, but what I've seen from Matt Ryan, Shaquille Leonard's also out, and
that hurts a lot. Shaquille Leonard.
A D tackle, I'm forgetting Lewis for the Colts is also out. I don't remember his first name. Apologies, but yeah, I think the Colts have been struggling, and I think.
I mean, I'm with you. I think the Broncos will win. I picked the Broncos.
Okay. I think it'll be close. I think
There's another London game this week.
Yeah.
Giants, Packers in London. Did they just pick stinkers? I know the records are the same based on the Packers 3-1, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the same records.
3-1. Yeah.
I mean, I picked the Packers. I don't think this is much of a...
Yeah. No.
Danny Dimes isn't going to be playing.
It might be Jake Fromm.
Dude, they're screwed.
Yeah. That's why I
hate games like this because what is there to talk about in a game like this? I mean, I guess the Packers did struggle against the Patriots.
Yeah, and I mean, the Giants have been surprising, and they
played crap teams.
Yeah, right. No, I know, but still, you got to beat.
Who did they lose to?
They lost to the Cowboys.
Okay, so the one good team they played, they lost. And the Cowboys aren't even that great.
You got to beat the teams that are in front of you. I mean, it's just the truth of who they are. And
of course,
they're
better than they're definitely not a good team. They're a mid team. They're an upper mid team.
Yeah, and I mean, but no Daniel Jones, and he's not even that good. You're kind of grasping at straws.
He's been better this year. He's been better this year.
Yeah,
improvement.
For sure.
That's all you can ask for. And Saquon's looked great this year.
Yeah. No, if they, but you
couldn't. The Packers, correct? You picked the Packers.
Yeah. But yeah.
Okay, we'll move on from that. Next game is the Steelers versus the Bills.
Again, Kenny Pickett. You threw 3 picks against the Jets? The Jets?
You got to be fair. 2 were tipped. 1 was a Hail Mary.
But okay.
Dude, no. The pick he threw where Claypool just flat out dropped the ball.
Yeah, but I mean, still they lost.
Of course. When he came back in the game, they came back. They were winning.
Yeah, and then they lost again.
All I'm saying is they definitely are much. I'm not saying they're going to win, but they are much better. They're more explosive offense with Kenny Pickett versus Mitch Trubisky.
Right, but I
know
they're
not going to win. You're right. They're not going to win. But I think there is a remote chance where we see the Steelers. Did the Steelers win last year against the Bills?
right, but that was
with Big Ben, who is honestly terrible. So I mean,
that was week 1. Anything happens week 1.
I would not be like, this would not blow my mind.
They're 14-point favorites. That would blow my mind.
I want you to know, every single time on this pick'em, where I've been like, I wouldn't be shocked. Every single time, the team I said I wouldn't be shocked has won.
This has been the biggest spread that I've seen all year so far. So
I said I wouldn't be shocked when the Jags played the Chargers. The Jags killed the Chargers.
Well, I was not shocked with that one. I picked that. So
next, speaking of Chargers, next up we have the Chargers versus the Cleveland Browns. I picked the Chargers. Who you got?
I picked the Chargers as well. They looked a lot
we're
better.
Just gonna pick the same teams. A lot of these matchups are just.
they looked. I have one, I think, surprising one.
I mean, do I have anything to say about the Browns? I don't think so. Herbo's probably healthier now, so Chargers should win the game.
Yeah, I mean, losing to the Falcons, they're on and off. Maybe they're on this week. So
I don't think they can be on enough to beat the Chargers. Have they beat any? What they beat? Like the Panthers? They beat
the Browns. They beat the Panthers and Steelers.
Okay, yeah, they didn't beat anyone worth anything.
Yeah,
Chargers should win the game. If they don't, honestly, that's kind of sad. I feel bad for the Chargers as a whole. They're like,
that's a game that you'd think that they'd easily win and then lose.
The Chargers are just like us. We're just always injured.
Yeah, the Ravens are definitely.
Hey, the Chargers were the OG like Ravens. Dude, every single year they're always so hurt. Okay, next game we got Bears, Vikings. Who you got?
I went Vikings. I'm pretty good.
Look at the odds. It's like 95% of people pick the Vikings.
I really like the Vikings this year, and the Bears 2-2 just lost to the Giants, who I'm not high on. And they didn't have.
I know the Vikings did not look good against the Saints, though. There was close.
Right. Game. I mean, they had a close game against the Lions, but beat the Packers.
Well, no, the Lions' offense is good. We'll give them that.
Right.
But the Lions' defense, though.
Well, that's the worst in the league.
That's probably one of the worst defenses in the past 15 years.
They give up more points than they score, and they score 35 points per game.
Aren't they? Yeah, they're leading the league in points per game, I thought.
Yeah, 35, but they give up 35.3.
That's awful.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Lions, we have Lions Patriots up next. Who you got?
I actually will pick the Lions.
Oh, I picked the Lions too, so we'll do. Is that your shocking one?
No. We're in the
do you think Mac Jones is going to play, or do you think Bailey Zappe is going to play?
What happened to Brian Hoyer? I missed.
He got hit in the head or something like that.
I mean,
I don't think Brian Hoyer would play regardless, because I feel like they would just ride Bailey Zappe at this point, because he played not terrible.
Yeah, he kept them in the game. I mean, he was the reason
He was definitely being a game manager rather than
Yeah, plus they threw him in being, with Brian coming out. Yeah, I could see Mac playing. They were trying to get him to play last week.
Well, he wanted to play last week. They had to stop him.
Yeah, but another week. And it's kind of a critical game, going 1-4 as the Patriots.
Dude, the Patriots are not good.
They're not good, but it's the Patriots. You can't be 1-4 if you're the Patriots. So
I mean, every empire falls, John.
I mean, it's already fallen. Besides, last year, how did they make the play? I don't even know.
I would say this is the year it falls officially. You could say that about when the Red Wings made the playoffs for 25 straight years, and then
but you knew the last year they did it.
And then it was over. I mean, they didn't make it what was that, 2015 last time, 2016? I don't know.
I think it was something like that.
Next game's a good game in my opinion. Seahawks Saints. Who you got?
I picked Seahawks.
Oh, finally something different. I picked the Saints.
Let's go.
You know why I picked the Saints?
Well, because you have someone on your fantasy team who wants to do well. I picked Seahawks. I mean, they look pretty good. They 2-2. I mean, Geno Smith be doing that. You can they've had the highest scoring game in the past 5 years. You got to be respectful about that. And Saints have struggled defensively and offensively. I mean, I don't know if Jameis is going to play. Probably shouldn't with the way he's doing.
I think they have a better chance of winning with Andy Dalton than they do Jameis.
Yeah, I mean, if they have Alvin back, then yeah, that
Jameis
would.
and Alvin just don't go well together.
I mean, Dalton's kind of just
Dalton's a game manager.
with Jameis. I mean, yeah, Jameis does do risky stuff.
No, Jameis just chucks that ball sometimes.
You can't see.
Known for.
Yeah.
I
But
mean, I'm not
Andy
going to
was
respect
Andy
Andy
was never like a guy to get the ball to the running back in Cincinnati.
I mean,
Uh,
but what the Saints have been missing, they've been missing Alvin like severely.
yeah, for sure.
Their
But
offense just doesn't look the same without him out of the backfield doing what he normally does.
it's not just Alvin though that's injured. I'm pretty sure that they have a few other like who was the first round pick? I can't remember off the top of my head.
First round pick.
Out of Northern Iowa.
Trevor Penning?
Yeah, he's hurt, right?
Trevor Penning? I don't know if he's hurt or not, honestly. I have no clue.
But
all I know is a lot of he's not
they've
hurt.
been a little bit more banged up than
hurt, but MT's always hurt, so I don't really count that.
Yeah.
They've played the last 4 years without him.
And they've done
well.
they almost made the playoffs last year. I could see it going the Saints' way, of course, but I think the Seahawks.
Yeah, this is a good game. I think it'll be close.
Yeah. I think it'll be less scoring than last week between the Lions, but I think they're still looking.
Next game, Dolphins Jets. I picked the Dolphins.
Yeah, pretty simple. I mean, Jets have pulled off 2 upsets. I don't know if the Steelers just aren't that good to me this year. But
you see, no, if TJ Watt was playing, I would have called it an upset, but he's not playing, so it's not an upset.
Yeah, Browns was definitely an upset, especially with how they did it. But I'm going Dolphins too. I mean, Teddy Bridgewater though. Yeah, I think he's just going to game manage. He's just going to get the ball to Tyreek and Jalen in certain different ways, and that defense is definitely going to attack the Jets O-line. So
I agree with that. Yeah, I picked the Dolphins too. So I mean,
yeah,
I'm not confident in Teddy Bridgewater, but I'm confident in the rest of the Dolphins roster.
I think Zach Wilson's better than Bridgewater, but Zach has less around him, and the defense is better.
Well, I would say offensively, the Jets have a good amount of weapons. It's just the defense is not anything of that crazy. Nothing that can stop like Tyreek and Waddle and how many running backs they have? Like they have Edmonds, they have Mostert. Didn't they?
For the Dolphins. I mean,
those are Philip Lindsay.
They did that no, that was a few. They had him 2 years ago or last year, because he got cut from the Colt or something. He's been on Texans.
Yeah, he's been bouncing around. I have no clue where he is. Yeah. Okay, we'll move to the next game. Oh, dude, some of these games are stinkers. Falcons, Bucks.
I know I picked the Bucks, but I would not be that surprised with this one.
No, the Bucks are going to win. Brady's not going to. If Brady had won last week, sure, I could see it. But Brady's not going to lose after what happened last week.
Falcons have been pretty competitive this year. Almost came back against the Rams, beat the Browns.
Well, the Rams don't look good. I'm gonna be honest. So
yeah, but they're still reigning Super Bowl champs. They still have talent.
What's really terrifying to me? This is technically off topic of pick'em. I was looking at the fantasy schedule and I was like, dude, my team is finally getting healthy again. I was like, crap, buys are starting soon. And I look next week, I literally am missing Derrick Henry and Brandon Cooks.
That's
whenever I get someone back, I lose someone.
Well, you still have JK, who
but at this point, Derrick Henry's carrying my offense or my team. So
Ravens have bye in 2 weeks.
The Ravens?
Don't they? It's either they play the Bengals and then they have the bye between the Saints and Bucks game.
I thought it was later.
The Ravens have 3 primetime games back to back to back.
I swear the Ravens one is not till week. Is it 7?
That would be in 2 weeks.
Ravens,
they would play the Bengals Sunday night and then Saints, whatever game that is, and then the Bucks. Bucks is Monday night.
No, our bye is week 10. We play
so it's after all the prime time.
Yes.
Okay.
We play the Bengals, the Giants, then the Browns, then the Bucks, then the Saints in prime time, and then we have a bye.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, we play. It's at 1 on when we play the Browns. When we play the Bucks, it's on Thursday night. When we play the Saints, it's on Monday night, and then we have to bye. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, back to the picks. So we both picked the Bucks. Next game, another stinker: Titans Commanders.
I picked Titans. They looked a lot better last week, and sorry, Kyle, but I don't have the Commanders.
The Commanders are the worst team in the league.
When we get to power rankings,
They're my 32. I said it last week. I'll say it again.
Okay, well, I'm close to there, but
I don't know who you could put worse than them, honestly. So I'm very interested to see who you say.
We'll see.
It's honestly sad how not good the Commanders are, because you'd think that their offense would be better than it is with all the weapons they have. Brian Robinson returning maybe soon, not this week, maybe next. That'd be cool.
Well, he was medically cleared.
Yeah. So it probably won't be this week, but I think it could be next week.
Yeah.
Titans lost Traylon Burks for a while, though, right?
They either lost him just for this week. I'm pretty sure on my fantasy team he was projected to get points, but if I get one of the guys that I want, then he will not be on my fantasy team anymore.
Well, I mean, Alvin Kamara's been projected to get points every freaking week, and he hasn't played.
It was not projected. He wasn't projected last week.
He was projected to get 15 points this past week, and then he was out.
That's
dude. I woke up at 4 a.m. in the morning to see if he was out, because I was like, I just have a feeling he's gonna. I looked. It said he's still projected to get 15. Nothing happened. I woke up at 8 a.m. and then all of a sudden at 8 a.m. he's out.
Well, you got to check. Adam Schefter definitely tweeted it at 10.
No, they didn't say anything until 8 a.m. in the morning.
They were putting out reports really because of that game.
I'm telling you, look, I looked all night. Adam Schefter did not tweet it until 8 a.m. in the morning. And that's why everyone was so angry.
Either way, he did get out. Back to Burks, he did get out last week, and then he might not play. He's
irrelevant anyways.
Right. It doesn't matter. Yeah, he's not even the number one. So
yeah, it was. We'll move on to the next game. Jags versus Texans. I took the Jags.
Same, but divisional game. So
you have you have a Texan. You should have confidence. Come on now.
Oh, Pierce. I mean, I played Pierce against the Chargers. Did I pick the Chargers? Yes. And Pierce still went up. Pierce still went off, and they lost. So.
Okay. Both picked the Jags. Next game's 49ers, Panthers. I'm assuming we both picked the 49ers.
Yeah, they look pretty good on Monday night.
Yeah, they definitely shut down the Rams. So I don't think that the Panthers can do anything.
I did. Just needed another week with Jimmy G to. Plus, they always beat the Rams, and the Panthers are just not.
I just don't understand the usage of George Kittle. I don't care at this point because I have Higbee, but I just don't understand it.
He has to play left tackle now because of Williams being out. So,
I mean, but he was playing.
You almost had that touchdown.
He was playing pseudo lineman the whole time, the whole year so far he's played. So two games he's played, he's been a pseudo lineman basically the whole time.
Yeah.
But he's one of the best pass catchers in the league.
You don't have a left tackle. What do you rather do? Protect your quarterback or let him go catch? And then he can't catch because your quarterback's on the ground.
It's a good thing I picked up Higbee. It won't matter.
If Jimmy G gets hurt, who's the backup? Nate Sudfeld or something like that?
I mean, honestly, it's basically the same thing. Game managers.
Jimmy G's way better.
Jimmy G's okay. Jimmy G's okay. He's not amazing, but he gets you there.
Yeah.
Next game is Cowboys Rams. Who you got?
So this is my surprising one, but it might not be surprising by how you talked about the Rams. So I picked Cowboys.
I picked the Cowboys as well.
Dang it.
How would it be surprising? The Cowboys are 3-1.
Because
they're
also.
How is it 80-20 when the better team has 20? The record wise.
Well, because the Cowboys are like the Giants. Just
how about that?
They have more talent, but they've also not played good. They beat the Commanders, the Giants, and who was the first week Cooper Rush played. because they lost to the Bucks. And
all I know is that my confidence in the Cowboys is versus the Giants is just because the Cowboys defense is actually decent. You could say good.
Yeah, I would.
The Giants defense is just wink blitzing every so often.
They got some players.
I mean, it's not the Cowboys defense by any means.
Yeah, but they're also like, think about it. Like, they haven't played anyone good either in their wins.
I think it'll be a good game either way. I mean, I can see Cooper Kupp actually, like Cooper Kupp and Higbee may go ballistic in this game, but
yeah, if Diggs, falls for something,
I just don't understand the way the Rams run their offense. Like, two players should not have 33 catches or 33 targets.
Robinson hasn't been anything, and
Cam Akers just disappears halfway through games
because they don't want him.
He's so bad at pass blocking.
Yeah, that's why so you can't play if you can't pass block.
Yeah,
that's how the league works.
One of those, there was like 3 minutes left in the game last night, and they put him in for one play, and this man ran up to block a guy, just kind of like ducked around him and let him just run by, and the dude smashed.
He's just
Stafford. And then instantly they took him out of the game.
Yeah, like he has the shortest leash for a RB1, if you want to even think he is. It's definitely
he's not even RB. He's like a one. I'd call him the 1B.
Like depth chart wise on their team, like
if they're in a good game, he's not going to play a lot. That's the issue. Yeah. But if they're blowing a team out, that's when he'll get.
Yeah.
Okay, so we both picked the Cowboys. Next game, we got Eagles Cardinals. Who you got?
And again, I think this is consensus of the Eagles, but they are in Arizona. But I'm going to go with the Eagles.
The Eagles are going to win.
Yeah, I can't really even convince myself.
Like, the Cardinals have just not looked good this year so far.
They'll keep it close. Will
they?
They've kept every game close.
I mean, every game, realistically, they should have. Like the Raiders game, the Raiders were up pretty big, and then they choked it.
They beat the Panthers. They've won 2 in a row.
I mean, I guess so. They're due to lose. I mean, you could say the Eagles are due to lose.
Yeah, I mean,
the Eagles should win.
Eagles are, yeah,
they're the better team. Now in 2 weeks, when D-Hop comes back, I'll have a little more confidence in the Cardinals solely because it just opens things up a little more.
Yeah, when Dortch is your second best wide receiver, it's an issue.
I'm excited to watch D-Hop in Hollywood. I think that'll be a good pairing.
Yeah,
I think they'll benefit each other.
It was last year what I saw from D-Hop, but like he was also hurt. So
this is literally going to be the first time D-Hop is actually healthy, and I swear for like 3 years.
Yeah.
But the issue has always been he's you know how he's like that guy who's like, oh, I got to play through the injuries, so he never lets himself heal, and now he gets suspended, so he has to let himself heal.
Yeah, he became too touchdown reliant last year.
Yeah,
and even
he couldn't move. Like you watched some of those games, he could not move.
Yeah.
Next game, we have our team, Bengals versus Ravens. Are you going to be a fake and pick the Bengals, or are you going to pick the Ravens?
I don't have a team, but I will pick the Baltimore Ravens.
I'll bleep that out. I forgot about that. He has no team. I picked the Ravens as well.
Would I be surprised if the Bengals?
I'm playing T. Higgins, and whenever T. Higgins played the Ravens last year.
Yeah, I mean, there was no Marcus Peters last year.
I guess so. Marlon has looked really good on the second receivers for each team, and he's going to be guarding T.
Yeah, so.
And T's hurt. Did you see that? He has some ankle injury. He should play though.
I didn't see it, but I mean, would bode well.
He's questionable right now. He should be fine to play, but I mean that ankle injury is you can definitely feel it a week after running around.
Yeah, especially receiver.
Also, the Bengals haven't looked that great this year to me. Like even against the Dolphins, I know the Dolphins they beat them, but that's just because they did slam to his head into the ground. I know it wasn't like a dirty play, but
I mean the Bengals kind of have the Ravens number as of late, but I do think
it's time for Lamar to turn that around.
The Ravens would just need to play if the Ravens play 4 quarters of football, they're 4-0. So
That's a
just
big
don't.
dream. Or wait,
They,
we're at home? Oh.
they just usually that's the other way around when it's
Yeah, when
for the
we're away, we win games now. Okay,
yeah.
last game of the week. We got Raiders, Chiefs. I'm assuming we both picked the Chiefs.
Yeah. So we had one different pick. Let's go.
We'll take that. And that means I can't lose my lead to you this week. Let's go.
Well, we could tie.
Yeah, you could tie it. I'm only up by one, but I can't lose the lead. And we'll take that.
Unless I want to switch something. What would I want to switch?
Hey, once this video's over, you're banned from switching. That's the rule.
Yeah, I know, but I could think of something before the video's over.
I'll give you 10 seconds till I end this.
We'll go with
Is there anything? Is it worth switching it? Like you risk
no,
falling further behind
no,
Zach.
there's nothing. There's nothing.
Exactly. Okay, that is all we have for the picks this week. I hope you all enjoy, and hopefully I will do better this week. Hopefully John will do better this week. Neither of us did very well last week, honestly.
But we have the same picks.
And you'll see us in the other videos this week. Peace.